Welcome back, everyone. 6:37. It's a Make-A-Wish story that you don't usually hear about in this morning's special Making a Difference series. It was a special concert for a special girl whose wish would not only change her life, but the rest of her family as well. Here's MJ with the story.
Please, please, when I want it.
Within a couple minutes, she was up on the stage dancing and signing along with Rachel. And I could just tell she was having a dream come true.
Lindsey Just's wish was to meet signing celebrity Rachel Coleman.
Lindsey, what's this one? Red, because your lips are red.
Someone she grew up watching since she was 2 years old, and someone who taught her how to communicate.
She and I both learned all our sign language from Signing Time.
This past September, Rachel brought Signing Time up to Anchorage for a special Make-A-Wish concert just for Lindsey. The entire family was there for support.
Both sets of grandparents flew up from Canada to be here, and Lindsey's aunt from Alberta and her cousins and her other aunt from Seattle. We were all there.
As if the concert wasn't enough, Rachel gave Lindsey a lifetime supply of Signing Time products.
To Lindsey, thanks for bringing me to Alaska. Love, Rachel Coleman.
And there was something else.
So Rachel Coleman always wears an orange shirt in all her DVDs. It's part of her persona. And how she's recognized is by the orange sweater.
Rachel put the sweater on Lindsey at the concert, and she never took it off.
She crawled into bed with her orange sweater on. It was magical.
It was also a surprise to her mom, Cindy, who didn't think Lindsey was a typical Make-A-Wish kid.
My first reaction was, wow, I wasn't even sure Lindsey qualified because she had heart problems all her life, but she wasn't critically ill.
But she did qualify. This 14-year-old overcame a lot.
She had open heart surgery when she was 4 months old and was on a ventilator with a tracheostomy for a few years, and she came through all of that.
She also had a second open heart surgery in 2012.
She fought through a lot of things. Nothing was ever easy for her. She worked for everything she achieved.
Her mom says the struggles only made her daughter stronger. That strength would be put to the ultimate test just a few weeks after the concert.
We did not know it at the time, but Lindsey was soon going to be critically ill.
Lindsey started coming down with fevers that doctors couldn't diagnose.
She turned out to have a very rare, devastating disease.
A life-threatening illness called HLH.
It was hard, you know, Lindsey was suffering.
In December, 3 months after receiving her wish, this little fighter couldn't fight any longer and passed away.
Just doesn't seem fair that a random rare disease is what took her, and she fought that as hard as she could, but the treatment and the disease was just too much.
Even today, it's still tough for Cindy to talk about her daughter Lindsey.
Her presence, it's a big hole in this house. She sat at the end of the sofa every day after school and played with her iPad and watched her Signing Time, and it's almost 4 months and I still can't believe that she's not here.
But what's helped her cope with the loss is remembering the wish.
For me to be able to look at her and remember the wish day when she was having the time of her life, and she was at her happiest, that really carried us through the worst of it.
And those same happy times will continue to carry the family into the future.
Even though Lindsey's gone now, we all have the memories of the perfect day.
And Lindsey knows the colors of our rainbow. There's red.
That was MJ reporting. In Lindsey's memory, Cindy asks people to do random acts of kindness, things like hugging. She's also planning on creating a lending library of all of Lindsey's Signing Time videos and DVDs, and she now teaches other kids how to sign. And it is stories like Sam, Sophia, Ellie, Reyes, and Lindsey that touch on the tip of the iceberg of what the Make-A-Wish Foundation does.
And so to put that in perspective this morning and how you can help make wishes come true for kids right here in Alaska, Hannah Motoro with the Make-A-Wish, and also Tim Thompson with Alaska Airlines. And Hannah, we're going to start with you about Make-A-Wish. I think we've heard of it. I think we kind of have an idea, but what are the specifics of the organization?
So Make-A-Wish Alaska in Washington grants wishes to children with life-threatening medical conditions to bring hope, strength, and joy. We have a local office here in Anchorage with 3 staff members. Over the last 30 years, we've granted 6,000 wishes chapter-wide. 400 of those wishes are to Alaskan children. And what some of you might know is we also have kids wish to come to Alaska every summer, and we plan those wishes too.
So how do parents sign their kids up? Because a lot of the stories that we covered here this week, a lot of them think that the kids have to be terminally ill and that's just it, but that's not always the case.
Right, so it's easy to refer a child for a wish. If you think your child might qualify, give us a call in our Anchorage office. You can call 258-WISH. Alternatively, you can go to our website, which is akwa.wish.org. You can fill out the form online, talk to a staff member. We're always happy to hear from you, even if you're not sure your child qualifies.
And Tim, with Alaska Airlines, why this organization to help out? I mean, you guys do so much, but why this one in particular?
Well, this one, you know, just as Hannah had mentioned, we've been working with them for 30 years, and it's one of those partnerships that we're really privileged to have. We're in a unique position, especially in the state of Alaska, to be able to, you know, take some of these kids out of Barrow, Ketchikan, Juneau, and make sure that we can fulfill their wishes. But there's something about these wishes, you know, that we can send off these families, these kids. They have a chance to kind of take a break from, you know, their illness, their disease, from hospital stays, doctor visits, and actually just kind of bond as a family, you know, just a few days to kind of rejuvenate and then come back and be, you know, to the point where they can come back and combat some of these illnesses and disease with renewed vigor. I mean, that's what it's really about.
So it's the call to action. How do miles play a factor in granting these wishes?
So airline miles are crucial for our program to work. As you can imagine, Alaska kids have very far to travel whenever they do make a travel wish. Yes. The average plane ticket costs us about $500, but with the donations of mileage from the community, it's free for the people who donate it, and it means the world to these kids because we're able to send them. And also, we don't just send one wish kid on their travel wish, we send the whole family. And so that's a lot of airline miles that we need.
And how do people go about if they want to donate their miles? What do they need to do? What's that process?
So this week, thanks to KTUU, you can go to KTUU.com and click on the Make-A-Wish button, and it'll take you to our mileage donation page. Otherwise, call us in the office or go to our website and you can donate online. We'd love to hear from you.
And Tim, what if people reach out to your organization?
Well, Alaska Airlines frequent flyer members, all they need to do is just go to alaskaair.com, click on mileage plan, and right there you're going to see a donate button. Just click on that donate button, whether it's 1,000, 10,000, or 100,000 miles, we'll make it really easy to transfer over. Go straight into Make-A-Wish for Alaska and Washington. It goes straight to those Alaska kids as well.
And how about that story of little Reyes?
Oh, amazing, isn't it?
I mean, not only loved flying and pilots, but in particular, he loved Alaska Airlines.
What a spokesperson.
Yeah, and you know, it was really amazing to see him come into the airport. He comes in, he sees the airplanes, but boy, he sees an Alaska Airlines airplane, he just goes crazy. It's like, really amazing.
Alaska.
And our pilots have done such a great job with him as well. We took him on a VIP tour of one of our 737s, and one of our captains gave him a great tour of the flight deck. We've also helped him out at his birthday parties. He really is one of our, you know, founding firm members that really loves Alaska Airlines.
He sure did.
Well, it certainly tugs at your heartstrings. Thank you both for what you do and for making these dreams come true. And we ask you to help out as well.
And here's how.
Hi, I'm Sophia. You can help wishes take flight for kids like me with your airline miles.
Go to KTU.com this week, click on Make-A-Wish to donate your unused miles online, or call 258-WISH.
Together, we'll make wishes come true.